Here's a couple interesting clips which I think contrast two different worldviews. I just thought it was interesting, so I figured I'd share this for your edification.
We're right now in a moment, we're at the last moment where things kind of have been how they have been, but they're about to change radically. And in this new future, we can't predict what's going to happen. We no longer have the ability. And so we're living in a zeroth world. And so Gen Zero is a group of multi-ethnic, multinational people who rise up and they say, we are willing to courageously step into the future. And we're willing to divorce or open to divorce from ourselves all human norms, all human customs, all human thought. And we're willing to say we're wide open about everything. Absolute blank slate.
No, you're totally right. And I think that seeing a lot of what's going on right now through a religious lens is the right way to go about it. And in the one hand, it helps us to be more critical of it in the right way, but it can also help us have a certain amount of compassion for the desire which is behind it. A lot of people that get swept up in these things, their desire is actually a kind of desire for God and a desire for liturgy, a desire for participation. But because they've gotten kind of twisted, then they move to these weird celebrations and these kind of rainbow liturgies. Right. But behind it, I think that we also, as kind of more conservative Orthodox types, we also have to understand that the desire behind it is a desire for God, and that we have to always approach people. Be careful when we approach people that aren't in the church and not treat them as if they're in the church too. It's like people outside the church, they're in the wild, right? They're in the forest, and they're just wandering around trying to figure it out.